Hello everyone, I'm Meghar Agrawal from Start Nicely. With Start Nicely, we want to help early and aspiring stage entrepreneurs going from idea to growth stage. Today, we are going to tell you how to find your startup idea. We have divided this video into three parts. We've already covered ideate in the last video. You can go and check that out. Today, we are going to tell you how to validate your startup idea. So we are assuming that you've already got your startup idea, you have already worked on finding the idea that you want to work on, and we are going to tell you how to validate your startup idea. So the first is make a business plan. Now that you have an idea in your mind, go and make a business plan for that idea. Define the problem that you're trying to solve. Who are your customers? What is the solution? What is your offering? How will you make money? And how much can you make in the next 3 to 5 years? And how are you going to sell your product? Define all of it in the business plan. And this business plan is basically going to help you getting more clarity of what are you trying to do. The second most important thing is talking to prospects. Now that you have business plan in hand, go and talk to your prospects, your future customers, and ask them the right questions. Ask them if the product that you're building, is it going to be really valuable to them? Are they really facing the problem that you assume they are facing? Go and ask them if they are willing to pay for your product if you build something like this. And go and talk to at least 25 such customers. For example, if you're building an electronics B2B marketplace, go and talk to the manufacturers, go and talk to the retailers, whoever is going to use your product, go and talk to them. Share your idea and take an insight from them. The next is building a prototype. Now that you've already validated from your customers, at least a pre-verification you've done, you already have a business plan, go and, hire an intern, hire a freelancer or an agency to build a prototype for you. This is a UI UX prototype that will be, you don't have to do coding yet. Just design a virtual prototype in a tool like Figma or, make a lean prototype. Don't try to cover everything. Just try to cover, don't spend more than 2 weeks in building this entire prototype. And just cover the most important parts of your product for a validation. This prototype will also give you much more clarity of what you're trying to do. And you'll also come up with new questions to solve for. The fourth is pitching in front of investors, right? One of the most important parts of validation is external validation. Is someone else going to bet on your idea? Is someone else going to trust you? Is someone else also seeing the problem that you are seeing? So now you have a business plan, you have a prototype, you also have taken a survey from your customers by meeting them, future customers. Go and talk to some investors. And an investor can be your friend, it can be your business family, it can be an angel investor, someone who's in your city and doing a great business, anyone. Go and pitch in front of at least 10 investors and showcase them the idea, what you're trying to do, and ask them for a seed fund. Are they willing to give you 10 lakh rupees, 20 lakh rupees, 50 lakh rupees for this idea for building the product? If and even if you don't want to raise funds, let's say you have money, still you should do this process just to validate, just to see the intent. And if an investor is saying, no, this is not going to work out, spend most of your time there. Try to understand why are they not trusting on this idea. Try to understand what are we missing. Try to understand what can be improved upon. Go deep down, sit and talk to that investor, ask them, hey, what am I missing? What do you think I'm doing wrong here? But again, if out of 10 investors, 1 or 2 will definitely be negative about your idea. Not everyone will be positive about your idea. And there are so many reasons about it. Just don't go demoralized, if someone is not willing to work on the idea with you. Yes, everyone, if 10 out of 10 is saying a no to your idea, then that's a red flag. That's a different thing altogether. Going to the next point, the next is about competitor analysis. Now you've got everything in place. The next step is go and find the competitors, direct competitors, indirect competitors, billion-dollar companies or failed companies, whoever is competing with you in your space, whatever you will become in the next 5 to 10 years, and whoever will compete you on that day is also your competitor today. Go and try to use the product that they have built. Talk to their team, talk to their customers, check out their reviews, understand end to end what are they doing. and then define what do you really want to do. If there's a general B2B market player who's trying to, be a competitor for you, and do you want to niche down? Do you want to solve it just for, let's say, watch as an industry? Do you want to solve it just for electronics as an industry? Build your niche, find your niche. Don't generalize on day one. You can, generalize later on. Once you've built a 10 crore company, from that day you can generalize. But today, on the first day, try to be very specific. Solve for X. Find your X. What are you solving? Solve that one problem for one industry, one specific domain, one specific niche. So separate yourself from the competitors. Talk to the competitors, talk to the failed players to understand why they failed. What are we missing? What was their experience? Try to learn from their experience. Try to do a one-on-one meeting with them. Send them an email, send a LinkedIn, meet them face to face, an hour, do a Zoom call, whatever works for you, whatever works for them. Try to find your next network and try to figure out, blogs and stories online. In your story, you can write and go and read so many stories. So if you go and just find online, you'll find a list of your competitors, and this will help you get a detailed insight about what is your game, what value proposition are you trying to offer, how do you reflect, and don't try to differentiate yourself from your partner just on the pricing. If it's pricing, then sell it at a 5x rate or 2x rate. Don't compete on pricing. Compete on value. This is very, very important. So after, meeting all your competitors, doing the research, if you feel that the only factor that you can compete with or that is different in you and your competitor's price, that's again a red flag. It should be something very different. Your product should be 10x better than the current offering, or you should be completely solving a problem that no one is solving, or your approach for solving the same problem can be different. So figure out what you really want to do, and that is going to help you validating your startup idea. The next is total market size. Now, go and read about how much money we can make if we are doing 100% market share in this market. So is it a 100 crore market? Is it a 1,000 crore market? Is it a 10 crore market? Try to understand that. And also go and read about this. How is this market growing? How many startups are coming in this market? How are investors putting money in this market? How are customers tech savvy in this market or not? And how this market is growing. Is it growing 10% year on year? Is it growing 100% year on year? What is it? And then figure out what do you really want to be 5, 10 years down the line. Are you trying to build a 1,000 crore company or a 5 crore company? And then align yourself with that. If your market size is too small, let's say you're trying to build a product that will be useful only in a specific city, a specific location of that city, then that product might not go to 1,000 crore vision, So you might need to then change your idea, let's say it's single. So figure that out, the total market size, and then align your idea accordingly. The last but not the least, I have a disclaimer for you. After spending your time in all these parts, business plan, prospect, prototype, investor pitch, competitive analysis, if you feel that in each step, you're missing something in business plan, you're not able to define the revenue model. While meeting your customers, every single of your customers is saying that we don't need this product. When you're going to the investors, they're not giving you time, they're ignoring you, they're saying this is not going to work out, whatever. If everywhere you're seeing green signal nowhere, and then still you have this, intuition inside that no, this will work out, I'm really sorry to say, but this is your bias. And if you work just on the basis of your bias, if you feel that this problem is there in the market, but the customers are saying it's not there, the investors are saying will not invest, even after seeing the prototype, the business plan, then this idea is not going to work out. This time will then be for you to go back to the step one and ideate a fresh idea. And if coming to the positive side, even if 20 to 30% of the customers show interest in sharing their problem, even if 10% of the investors, even if one of those 10 people were ready to invest in you, just as a commitment, as a word, even if it's not hard cash, then this idea is actually worth pursuing. So you can then go and, start to execute. By the way, we are going to make a next video on how to execute your startup idea. What are the next steps? Once you have an idea that you have validated, what are the next steps? We'll cover that in the next video. I hope this video was useful for you. If you find value, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or our podcast and share it with your friends as well. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a good day.